What's up, guys? Welcome back. Continuing with the Spider-Man 2 suits. I want to draw them all. I don't know if I will get to draw them all because there's like 40 of them. But we'll stay going for as long as we can until I get bored or something else happens. Landscape page. Pencil eraser. Hit pause if I go too fast. We are going to start probably with his eyes for this one, right? So his head will be like in this shape. This space, sorry. Right, so center point is about here, so we're above that halfway in here. And we'll just go with the eyes because I think it's the easiest way to start. So we'll go diagonal, and then so this like has a spike there, and then it curves up, and it's like a different kind of eye, right? So it curves up this way. And it goes around and actually comes off his head, which is kind of cool. It's got this like symbiote sort of spikes, like ooze that kind of like flies off here. Right? And then this comes back down around. And then we got another little spike down here. We do this over here, so you just leave like a bit of a gap here, and you just do the diagonal line going the other way, and you do the same thing. We got that little spike, and then it goes up and around the eye, and it's like it doesn't have to be the same on both sides. It's probably even better actually if it isn't, right? Because I think it moves and changes and stuff. Coming down, you're just sort of copying the other side, back down to a spike down here. And you can make it more or less spiky depending on what kind of style you like doing it in. So he's got like, yeah, there's like some like wrinkles and sort of frown lines and stuff, like for the skin of it sort of thing, because it is kind of wrinkly and stuff like that. There's all these sort of textures on it, you know, they're like bumpy basically. Right, and then we'll do the shape for the head, right? So the chin is kind of down here, and the head will be up here around, curving around up here. Right? So like roughly here, this will be like your middle point, the top of the eyes, I'd say. Yeah, but there and there is the same. So then at the bottom, we'll just start with his jaw going out this way. It's more curvy in the video game, but it's kind of easier to do a straight jawline. Like so, and then it goes like up around the eyes, curves around to the eye there. Up that way, and then it just comes out the other side, around the top of the head. Like that. So then he has like symbiote sort of ooze stuff coming out of his face, like they're kind of like tentacles, sort of spikes and all this kind of stuff, and it's kind of random. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything, you know, you can just do snaking kind of ooze like things. There's all sort of textures and stuff on these as well. And then like some sort of like lines on the head and stuff. Just light little texture lines. Okay, you could do more texture or less, but it's not like super bumpy. You know, it's a bit smooth. So his body's sort of turned away, right? So we've got like his neck coming down this way, and then the back of the neck on this side just goes like this way. So we'll draw in like the center line for his chest, say. So his body's like turned away, so it curves this way. So you've got like the small shoulder and the large shoulder. Okay. So like normally your collarbone goes up to your shoulder that way, and your collarbone will go up to your shoulder that way. And your chest will like come around here, roughly. So like this is the small side, and this is the larger side. It's about twice the size. You know, this is about twice the size of that one. And you have like abs and stuff all coming down that way. So his trapezius muscle comes out here, and then his shoulder sort of bumps out, but there's all like ooze on it. But we'll just draw sort of like a normal shoulder at first, right? So it's just curving around there. And then this is his sort of bicep, but we got like shoulder muscle sort of there. And then his bicep comes down here, tricep. And he's not like overly muscular or anything. Forearm goes down that way, down there, right? And there's all this ooze and stuff, so that's why he's kind of bumpy. But then his side body just goes like that way. And then his trapezius on the other side, down to there, and then the shoulder goes around like that. So you see like this side is about half the size, 3/4 pose. So like some neck muscles and all that kind of stuff there, but it's mostly just webbing there. So like when a body is turned away, this side is bigger than this side, 3/4. So it goes 1, 2, 3, roughly to the edge of the shoulder there. So then his chest is just inside here, right? And we've got like this bumping body shape coming down that way. And then, so his shoulder is like here, but it comes out for his arm, and there's all these tentacles and forearm lines and stuff down here. So it's kind of bumpy going that way. And you can just see the inside of his arm there. So that's your kind of basic anatomy shapes, right? So we got that big spider in the middle that wraps around. There's all tentacles that come off the side and back and stuff. So we have options. So I think I'll start with the spider. So we'll go teeth or mandibles on the spider's head, right? And then this becomes the legs that go like up this way. So this goes up towards the corner of his shoulder and then down around the shoulder, back here, and then back up into his armpit, sort of in there. And then we'll go over to the other side. This can be bumpy, so like you don't have to make it like super perfect smooth or anything, because you know it is Carnage, so it's like all textured and stuff. So it goes down this way and sort of around the shoulder area here, like up there, and then back to a spike, and joins this sort of shoulder line back and down across the chest. And the one that comes across the chest here is like there. So the rest of the legs. So we'll just go for this now. Goes that way. Comes off the belly. Got a bit of a spike back here. Next one. This is a short one. And then this one goes real long. It goes down his body real far. And then we have his actual body here. It's like a diamond sort of shape. And we do the same on this side. So where does that go now? So it's kind of like that way. Kind of gets real wide here actually. So like this one goes crazy wide that way. There's like little gaps in it. It becomes like a tree branch kind of a thing. And then there is the short one. Hip pause if I'm going too fast for you now. And then the last leg down behind his body there. And then it like follows his chest muscle then to a spike and then up underneath his bicep. So there's a few more. So we got like a couple of tentacles coming off his arm here. Like some random sort of bumps and things. Like black sort of stuff all on his arm. Wraps around his bicep there. Right, and then there's like a tentacle sticking off here as well. And then at the back, there. And then we have another one coming off here somewhere. And it joins another one that's on the shoulder down here. And another one back here. So there's loads of these kind of things sticking off now. Just a bit of a random one. Sort of here. This like joins the webbing and stuff, but it's just like randomly black there. And then another one looks like it's coming around his arm here. And then that's like his elbow just going off that way. Little tentacle sticking off there. And right, so apart from the webbing, they're the main things. So we'll just add like textures now on all these. So like just a little sort of bumpy sort of things like this, right? So like little sort of curvy, trying to make it look kind of oozing. And so I'll just go real fast at this now. So you're just doing random sort of. So see, I'm like, they're curving. And like say another one opposite that one, because it makes it look like there's a little ridge there that sticks up. And then just like random sort of textures then. Right, and then there is some like stuff on under here on his skin. Sort of like his ribs and like his abs and things like. Right. And there's webbing here and all webbing here. So the webbing takes a while, so we're just going to go for it. So you got to do the vertical ones first, coming down from his neck. So like these, and they're quite thick. So it's like heavy lines. And they stop here, but there's some on his belly then as well. So this one I think goes down the shoulder a little bit here. And one. I think there's like another one here. There, and there is one like down the center, but this one doesn't go up to his neck for some reason. And then there's another one there. And I think it splits off here. It goes down that way. And there's another one going down the shoulder there. Right, so we got like the ones that come across then. Come across here. And there's another one here that doesn't go up to the neck, it just like joins there as well. And then you just go all the way down. So say if you did, you could do it any way you wanted really, but you could do like one row first, and then you just join them. And then sort of there's like random ones here. They look sort of odd. Like thick sort of black stuff. It's kind of like not smooth, you know? So I think I'll just get the main shapes and then just make them a bit bumpy. It's probably easier that way. Right, and there's some here. So it goes sort of that way, and then there's a vertical one. That way, and a vertical one. And there's another vertical there. And then some on his neck. Let's say just like one more row here. Right, and then I'm gonna thicken up the webs and make them just like a little bit more like uneven, basically. So they're like you know, they're kind of bumpy, especially when they meet here in the middle. So we'll just like go over them. So you're just like making them kind of bumpy. You just don't want it to be kind of smooth, you know. Right, but you can keep going with that as much as you'd like. You can go crazy and add like textures even in here. Maybe I will. I'll just do it quick. Right, but let there be carnage suit. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.